Human Rights and Social Work. Part 1. Concept and historical context of human rights. Concept. Human rights are the basic rights and freedoms to which all individuals are entitled simply because they are human. These rights are universal, inalienable, and indivisible, ensuring dignity, equality, and justice for all. Historical context. The idea of natural rights can be traced back to ancient civilizations, but modern human rights developed during the Enlightenment period in Europe. Influenced by natural law theory, which claimed that rights are inherent and not granted by governments. Social contract theorists like Locke, Rousseau, and Hobbes laid the foundation for these ideas. Definitions of human rights. John Locke. Regarded as the father of liberalism, Locke defined natural rights as life, liberty, and property, inherent and inalienable rights that no government can take away. He argued that the purpose of government is to protect these rights. Ernest Barker. A political theorist who stated, human rights are those rights to which a person is entitled by virtue of being a human being. Emphasized moral entitlement and social justice. Wesley Newcomb Hofeld, often spelled as Honfeld. Focused on the legal structure of rights, not moral aspects. Divided rights into claim rights, liberties, powers, immunities. His work clarified legal relationships involving rights and duties. History of human rights declarations. Several landmark documents in world history have contributed to the evolution of human rights. Here's a quick look at the key ones. 1. American Declaration of Independence, 1776. Drafted by Thomas Jefferson. Declared that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Marked the beginning of modern liberal democracy and rights-based governance. 2. Virginia Declaration of Rights, 1776. One of the earliest state-level declarations on rights. Asserted that all men are by nature equally free and independent. Influenced both the U.S. Bill of Rights, 1791, and the French Declaration of 1789. 3. French Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, 1789. Adopted during the French Revolution. Declared men are born and remain free and equal in rights. Emphasized liberty, property, security, and resistance to oppression. Inspired constitutionalism and civil liberties across Europe. 4. Bolshevik Declaration, 1917. Issued after the Russian Revolution by the Bolshevik, communist, regime. Focused on economic and social rights, especially of workers and peasants. Prioritized right to work, land for peasants, equality for oppressed nationalities. Introduced a socialist vision of human rights, diverging from Western liberal traditions. Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR. Articles 1 to 2, Basic Principles. 1. Right to equality and dignity. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. 2. Freedom from discrimination. Rights apply to everyone regardless of race, gender, religion, language, etc. Articles 3 to 11, Civil and political rights. 3. Right to life, liberty, and security. 4. Freedom from slavery. 5. Freedom from torture or cruel treatment. 6. Right to recognition as a person before the law. 7. Right to equality before the law. 8. Right to an effective legal remedy. 9. Freedom from arbitrary arrest or exile. 10. Right to a fair and public trial. 11. Presumption of innocence until proven guilty. Articles 12 to 17, Rights of the individual. 12. Right to privacy and family life. 13. Freedom of movement within and outside the country. 14. Right to seek asylum from persecution. 15. Right to a nationality. 16. Right to marry and found a family. 17. Right to own property. Articles 18 to 21, Freedom of thought and expression. 18. Freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. 19. Freedom of opinion and expression. 20. Freedom of peaceful assembly and association. 21. Right to participate in government and free elections. Articles 22 to 27, Economic, social, and cultural rights. 22. Right to social security. 23. Right to work, equal pay, and just working conditions. 24. Right to rest and leisure. 25. Right to an adequate standard of living, food, clothing, housing, medical care. 26. Right to education. 27. Right to participate in cultural life and intellectual property protection. Articles 28 to 30, Final Clauses. 28. Right to a free and fair world order. 29. Duties to the community and respect for others' rights. 30. Freedom from misuse of the Declaration. No one can use the Declaration to destroy rights and freedoms granted. Human rights in the Indian context. Concept. In India, human rights are closely aligned with the fundamental rights enshrined in the Constitution and include civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights that ensure dignity, freedom, and equality. Legal foundation in India. Part 3 of the Constitution, guarantees fundamental rights, Article 12 to 35. Part 4, Directive Principles of State Policy. Protection of Human Rights Act, 1993, establishes the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, and state commissions. India is also a signatory to major UN human rights conventions, aligning domestic laws with international standards. Evolution of human rights in India. 1. Ancient period. Concepts of dharma, duty, justice, ahimsa, nonviolence, and nyaya, justice, in Vedic and Buddhist traditions. 2. Medieval period. Elements of justice and welfare under rulers like Ashoka and Akbar. 3. Colonial period. Human rights largely suppressed. Social reformers e.g., Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Jyotirao Phule, fought for rights of women in oppressed castes. 4. Freedom movement. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi advocated for civil liberties, nonviolence, and equality. Nehru Report, 1928, and Constituent Assembly debates shaped the idea of rights in independent India. 5. Post-independence era. Constitution of India, 1950 integrated key human rights as fundamental rights and directive principles. 1975-77 emergency highlighted need for stronger protection systems. UNHRC Act, 1993, gave institutional strength to human rights enforcement. Human rights and protection systems, global mechanisms. 1. UN Human Rights Council, UNHRC. Intergovernmental body within the UN system, established in 2006. Responsible for promoting and protecting human rights worldwide. Holds regular sessions in Geneva. Addresses violations, recommends actions, and reviews country-specific issues. 2. UN Human Rights Treaty bodies. Independent expert committees that monitor implementation of major UN human rights treaties. Key treaty bodies include Human Rights Committee, CCPR, ICCPR. CEDAW Committee, Women's Rights. CERD Committee, Racial Discrimination. CRC Committee, Child Rights. CAT Committee, Torture Prevention. They review state reports, provide recommendations, and accept individual complaints, optional. 3. UN Special Procedures, Human Rights Council's Special Procedures. Comprise special rapporteurs, independent experts, and working groups. Mandated to examine, monitor, advise, and publicly report on human rights situations in specific countries or thematic issues. They can conduct country visits. Address urgent appeals. Submit reports to the Council and General Assembly. 4. Universal Periodic Review, UPR. A peer review mechanism under the UNHRC. All UN member states are reviewed every 4 to 5 years on their human rights records. Review based on national reports, UN information, NGO/stakeholder submissions. Helps assess progress and challenges, and makes recommendations for improvement.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in next video.